Hi guys, welcome back to Indie Gamer X. This is the second part of our Chennai to Cochin flight video. The first part is already there, so if you haven't watched the part one, please do watch it. Um, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Please like, share, and subscribe as well. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, let's move to the video. Thanks, guys. Let's check our flaps and everything once more. Auto brake, speed brake armed, flaps 2. Okay, let's take off. Oop, 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 oop. It's hard to control though. So V1, rotate. (15°), climb, gear up. Oh, there's another one. It's on fire, right? Looks like it's on fire.
Chennai Center Area Alpha India 135 is passing 1,600 feet climbing 8.
So lever to climb mode.
India Alpha India 135 Chennai Center QNH 29.62 continue to call E as planned.
So we are climbing right now, climbing to 8,000 feet. Managed speed for climbing is 148, I believe. We can increase that if you want. So let's
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect 4 DME runway 25 approach via D113P transition. Clear to D113P.
turn off our spoilers. Before that, put our flaps into 1.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect VOR DME runway 25 approach.
Engage airspeed, let's put to 180.
D113P Giffley 71906.
We can turn on the autopilot now, just to make sure we intercept with the with our heading correctly, and then proceed on the planned route. So it's on auto throttle right now, autopilot, 180. When it reaches S, we can cut off our flaps. We can set it to manage speed mode.
Giffley 71906 contact Chennai approach on 124.45.
Going to 124.45 Giffley 71906.
Time to reduce the flaps.
Air India Alpha India 135 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
So 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Air India Alpha India 135.
We can change it to the arc mode instead of flight plan mode. So when we reach 10,000 feet, we can change our barometric pressure to standard. 10,000 feet is transitional altitude, so you can see it blinks here. That means you need to change it to standard. So you're all set. Put your engine starting switch to normal. Here you can select the flight control mode. So managed climb speed is 290. So we are right now at 290. Going to the overhead control panel, we can turn our landing lights off after about 10,000 feet. All these lights come off. Strobe is on, beacon on, wing off, landing no-go logo and navigation lights on. All looks good. Doesn't seem to be raining anymore. The weather looks good. We are turning left from KKP. You can see here that the flight is a bit wonky to the left. That's because of the crosswind from the front, 23 knots. That's why it's trying to keep up, with the crosswind, or against the crosswind, I can say.
Air India Alpha India 135, please expedite your climb 14,000 feet.
It is 14,000 feet. What else do you want me to do? It is 14,000 feet. Dude.
NVIDIA Alpha India 135, please expedite your climb 14,000 feet.
I am at 14,000 feet. I don't know how to move more. Let's see, request for 18,000 feet.
Alpha India 135. Request flight level 180.
NVIDIA Alpha India 135, climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect flight level 180.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect flight level 180. Air India Alpha India 135.
I'm climbing anyways.
NVIDIA Alpha India 135, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180. Air India Alpha India 135.
I wonder why this much fuel was requested, because it doesn't need that much fuel. If you look here, the fuel quantity seems to be extremely high. So there is a trip fuel to Cochin, then 15 minutes continue channel fuel to continue for 15 minutes, then alternate airport, so that fuel is there. Extra of 29,000 kilograms or pounds. Yeah, pounds. That's high. So block fuel was total 42,600. That's quite weird. You don't need that much fuel. So the passengers, 110 passengers, there is no actual weight given. Cargo 0. Actually we had put 1.1 tons, I think. Payload 12. Yeah, that could be payload. 0 fuel weight. Fuel 42.6. Takeoff weight 150.7. Landing weight 145.5. So you're not burning that much fuel anyways. Well, if they say so, we do so. Just trying to reduce the wind volume a bit.
NVIDIA Alpha India 135, please expedite your climb flight level
I'm not sure. I think this is taking from this barometer, so 29 or 9 or 4 standard. Let's set that. I can fix it, just turn back to the normal barometric pressure and then it will climb up.
135, please expedite your climb, flight level 180.
But that's not right because you know, you're actually at 18120. But let's keep it. If they tell us to keep it, we'll keep it, no problem. We are at 18,000 feet. You are supposed to change it after 10,000 feet. A lot of bugs in this sim, man. A lot of bugs.
NVIDIA Alpha India 135, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend and maintain flight level 180 Air India Alpha India 135.
So let's do with this altimeter, find out how much the actual barometric pressure they are expecting. Let's see. So 2964, that's what we want to put. Okay. 2964.
NVIDIA Alpha India 135, please expedite your descent, flight level 180.
Dude, you guys are killing me. So let's see where we are right now. Where are we? Okay, so we are past Lasik, going to Nufti, on the way to Vemdi, Matpa, and then to Cochin. Okay, so I'm not going to take you through the whole flight since we have it's quite a long way to go still. So I'll just speed up the process and come back to you when we are about on descent. Okay, stay tuned, guys.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
So we are currently at 18,000 feet. There is heavy weather ahead of us, as you can see from our radar. But we'll need to take our descent anytime now, so it's not much of a problem. We can reduce our speed a bit now. I'm putting it up to 220 because we'll need to descend right now. It will be easier to descend if your speed is not that high. So checking our flight plan again. Our runway is 27. There is some heavy weather to the left of us. It's all very cloudy, as you can see. I'm gonna reduce the speed again to 200 knots. If we go to our okay, we got the approach clearance.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Expect ILS Whiskey runway 27 approach via CI 364 transition. Cleared to CI 364.
7,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,300 feet.
3,300 feet.
Descent and maintain 3,300 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Expect ILS Whiskey runway 27 approach via CI 364 transition. Cleared to CI 364.
So let's check our flight plan if we have the correct CI 365. We don't have CI 365, so let's see if we can change that. Runway 27. Yep. So runway 27. We'll select CI 365 and click insert. So now our flight plan has changed to CI 365. So what we're gonna do is now this is an error in flight simulator where you know the autopilot takes you to the last waypoint and then restart the approach again. Normally it doesn't happen like that, but I think we will go to CIB and then from there again we'll come back on our approach to CI 365, which is fine. Let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna reduce our speed a bit more to 170 or 165 even. And increase one more flap. What we can do is we can also enable our ILS display. So we have our ILS markers here. So it says once we get hold of the ILS beam, it will display the runway number here, which is 27. So as expected, we are going back to CIB, and from there we'll take another left to go back again, backtrack towards CI 365. So we are already turning left, I believe. Yep. It's a very heavy. So let's check the barometric pressure in Cochin. It's Q1008. So once we go below 10,000 feet, we can enter 1008 here. I'm just gonna it's 2976. So we are now back on track. So now we'll take a right from here and then join C165 waypoint. It's crazy weather outside. The screen is all orange. It's nice to see. It adds a bit of color to it, you know. So just to check our fuel, we have only used 1260 plus 1260 kilograms of fuel, and we still have 17,000 kilograms left. So whatever we loaded, it was too much. 19,000, it was too much. So now we are entering the approach phase. So what I would do is I would turn on the localizer, the horizontal localizer, and since we are below 10,000 feet, we can select our barometric pressure to 1008. QNH. So we are tracking ILS runway 27. This is our frequency 110.3. So we are searching for the localizer. Once the localizer is established, it will turn on to green. Oof. My god, heavy weather outside. You can see the flight, it's struggling. Wow, crazy weather. You can see from the passenger window the rain is plummeting on the flight. I love this view, by the way. This is my favorite view. From the passenger window. This is how it feels like when you are flying down into Cochin, you know. It's all moody, cloudy. Most of the times it's raining, and the first time when you see Cochin after breaking through the clouds, when you see the land, it's a special feeling. You cannot describe it, because it's our home place. It's my home place as well. So we are descending, as you can see. If you go back to, we will break out of the clouds now. So we are at 6,700 feet. We have a constraint here. I believe it's about
Air India Alpha India 135 contact Cochin approach on 119.75.
so the constraint here is 3,300 feet at CI 372.
Cochin approach Air India Alpha India 135 is at 6,200 feet descending 3,300 feet.
Air India Alpha India 135 Cochin approach QNH 29.77 continue to CI 372 as planned.
2977. Okay. So now that we have both vertical and horizontal markers on,
India 135 descent and maintain 2,500 feet.
okay, 2000.
2,500 feet Air India Alpha India 135.
Oof, 2,500 feet. Now heavy rain outside. Heavy rain outside. You can see. Oh my God. Okay, so we are on ILS 27, 2977, temperature 26. Our approach speed is 131 and landing speed is 126. So we can reduce the speed a bit. We can reduce it to 145 or 140 even. .133 is our approach speed. We put 140, and then we can extend one more flap. So we are approaching our descent to 2,500 feet, now at 3,000 feet. Oh, you can see cloudy Cochin from here. Beautiful scenes actually of Cochin. So now we are going to turn left and enter our finals.
$2,500. $2,500.
That's what we want, 2,500. I just turned the localizer mode again just because we are about to enter our finals, and after once it's established on the horizontals, we can then let the aircraft adjust the verticals. It'll be easier. So since we are below, one thing I forgot, below 10,000 feet, always switch on your landing lights and your nose light to taxi. Wing lights as well, and then call the cabin. So when we take the final turn, you can see that our horizontal marker is going to adjust to the yellow center marker, and then we'll be in line with the runway. We can turn our arc to ILS mode to see how we approach if we want. I'll just change it to arc mode, navigation or arc mode, just for the time being, once till we finish taking the final leg. Now you can see that the aircraft is aligning with the runway. So once it's aligned, the marker will be aligned with the center yellow line. Still a lot of rain ahead. You can see now it's clear,
Alpha India 135, you are 12 miles.
but there is rain ahead.
INTL, contact Cochin Tower on 128.3.
The beautiful Cochin down below.
Tower on 128.3 Air India Alpha India 135. Cochin Tower Air India.
Now we can turn on our approach mode so that the vertical,
LS Whiskey.
we can see that the plane is trying to catch the vertical.
India 135 Cochin Tower. QNH29er decimal 77, wind tree 22 at 7. Cleared ILS Whiskey runway 27 approach.
Cleared ILS Whiskey runway 27 approach Air India Alpha India 135.
Before landing, auto brakes to low, speed brake lever armed. It's a category 3 runway. Now we have established the glide scope. As you can see, we are on the glide slope, and the vertical is also aligned. So we are now heading the runway, but it's not visible as of now because of the heavy weather. But we are set. So we'll down our landing gear. Cabin check, spoilers arm, flaps full,
Alpha India 135 wind tree 22 at 7.
flaps are full.
Cleared to land runway 27.
Cleared to land runway 27 Air India Alpha India 135.
Cabin call, ready for landing. So we are at 1500 feet. Again we can see heavy rains. I hope the runway is not flooded or anything, but we can see the ground below. It's a heavy weather. Oh, it's you can't see anything. The visibility is very low. Whoa, heavy thunder. We're very close to the ground now. Anytime we can land. Actually 1000 feet above ground. You can see that we are perfectly aligned with the runway here. $800 feet, 700 feet. 600 feet. You can reduce the speed a bit to 130.
500.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
We can't see anything.
Too low, terrain.
400,
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
300.
Too low, terrain.
We can see the runway.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low,
200.
terrain.
Oh, there's heavy wind.
Too low, terrain.
Heavy wind.
Too low, terrain.
We need to take over now.
Terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
20. Retard.
Oh, heavy landing. Heavy landing.
121 decimal 7.
Retard.
Heavy landing.
Retard.
Decimal 7.
Heavy landing.
Retard.
India 135.
the winds were really heavy. As you can see, we were almost away from the runway. We were very far off the center line, but still, if you are walking away from a landing, it's a good landing. So let's turn here. Enter the taxi area. Park her there. So we have landed in a heavy rainy Cochin, but beautiful nonetheless. Let's turn off our spoilers. Flaps full. We can turn on our APU. Landing lights off. Yeah, runway turn lights we can keep on. Wing lights off. Navigation logo on. Back to normal. Then LS mode off. Approach off. Auto throttle off. Whew, heavy weather. Anyways, let's do our taxi. Let's request for taxi clearance. Ground Cochin. Request taxi to gates.
Ground Air India Alpha India 135 taxi to the gate.
Air India Alpha India 135 taxi to gate 21 using taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to gate 21 via taxiway Alpha Air India Alpha India 135.
What we can do, we can also turn off our radars and all. We don't want radars to be on the ground. Okay, we lost our taxiway in the process. Just a bit more power. Oof. There are a couple of flights already there, so because it's so wet, the nose steering doesn't seem to work perfectly, you know. Which flight is it? It's a Frontier Air. APU is running. So what we can do is we can turn off the engines, parking brake, and that's it. So we have successfully landed in Cochin. Enjoy your trip in Kerala, I would say. We'll see you in the next video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I need all your support Thank you so much, guys. It was a really fun video, challenging as well. So see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye. This is Indie Gamer X. See you soon.